Hello NST online viewers, I am Zafira Anwar at the Putra World Trade Center for the 2016 UMNO General Meeting. With me today, I have the Putri UMNO Creative Development Bureau Chief, Dira Abu Zahar. Dira, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, Dira, you host, you act, you direct, you love superbikes. Can you update us on your latest upcoming projects?
Other than being in Putri, basically I'm still doing directing. But acting, unfortunately, I have to stop. I've quit basically. I don't do any more acting work, but I do on directing and producing and writing. And then the upcoming one, the soonest or the closest one is I'll be directing a musical theatre called Dira Abu musical, and that will be upcoming on stage in Istana Budaya from the 3rd of January until 12th of January. Coming up, that's the soonest one. So right after this, finish this PAL, then I'm going to go back to the stage.
Okay, so will that be your second theatre after Mencari Sumaya?
Yeah, that'll be my second after Sumaya, definitely.
Okay, so have you always wanted to be involved in this creative industry?
I love performance since I was very much young, and to see and to be able, the magnificence of the stage and the colors of the lights and the sounds and everything has always been the thing that how to say it, it's like inspiring or triggers me or excites me very much. So, but I did not expect that I will be proactively involved with this, being an artist or a celebrity, you call it, or to be known as a public figures in this industry. But actually, performing and arts and performing has always been a thing that always excites me. So it's like a therapy for me. So, yeah.
So you did not start from young?
No, actually, I wasn't really started young because I was a law graduate actually. My family, both of my parents are all in politics. They are very government. So if you ask me to tell you frankly, we have no base or a substance base or background in arts actually. But because of the interest and the passion towards it, that's why I involved. And now I'm applying it to the political scene.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you, because people in the creative industry, they tend to stay away from politics. That's not the case for you. Why is that?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, I think it's because my family, most of us are actually in a government institution or government executive. So politics has always been a thing that comes from even my grandfather, late grandfather, to my late father. So I'm not. People was thinking that I just started or get involved with it, but actually it has always been a thing in my family since I was very young. It's just that I sort of like do something else first out of the scope, and then with entertainment and the performing in art and performance. So then after that I get back to where I was supposed to be. So to my family, it wasn't really like you get back or you just started, but to my family, to my roots, to remember where I came from, it's like, what took you so long to be back where you're supposed to be at?
Alright, okay, so as the Putri UMNO Creative Development Bureau Chief, do you see a lot of potential in the young women, for the young women in the creative industry?
Of course. If you ask me, creative industry has always, it's not just limited towards, or people thought that being in creative or being, is only being famous. But to tell you frankly, creative industry is something that is borderless, because we're talking about creative it's not just about being famous, being on TV or being actress or singers on stage. It covers a lot of what we forgot the fact that even the painters or fine art artists or visual artists is also falls under the category of creative. To write a script also is requires your creativity skills. To even a lot of it's broadened actually. It's so much wider than what we think. So of course the potential is even better, if you ask me. It's just that we have to craft it. We must craft it in a proper way and put it in a proper policy, because or proper operating system. Because right now the creative industry has always been seen something that is to fill in the gaps or fill in the emptiness or make people fun and that's all. But nobody or not many actually take it seriously, other than the practitioner itself. So I think this is the best I think even the government should think about it again, because this industry, a creative industry, is so much wide, and the potential and the people who practice in this creative industry also is not supposed to be neglected, because we are big actually. It's just that it's creative, so it's everywhere. It's creative. Everybody is, but and that's why, due to that, for this particular year, my bureau has taken a chance and taken advantage as well during this Perhimpunan Agong to actually call up and featured as I think about 9 or 10 of them, of young female visual artists, and they have the exhibitions up there in Puteri UMNO's Anjong Puteri UMNO in level 4. And at the same time, we make an effort as well. We put in an extra initiative to find funding for the Rohingya. So I think it is supposed to be, to feature them in this kind of event is already something for me. It is supposed to be meaningful. So that's in a way that for me to expose that creative is not just about being famous, being on screen, being on stage. It is a lot more actually. I think government should take extra attention and should give extra attention to this creative industry.
Okay, that concludes our interview today. Thank you for joining me. From the Putra World Trade Center, I am Zafira Anwar reporting for NST Online.